Average and best cornhole here. I'm Craig.
I'm Justin.
Today we're going to be comparing swag bags, bazookas, and chaos. So I've been seeing all over social media, people have been asking questions about these two bags. Is there any differences in them? Should they own both of them? Or if they already have one, do they need to get the other? So today, we hope to answer those questions. And they're both from the same manufacturer, so, there's going to be a lot of similarities to them, other than like fill of materials, essentially.
Yeah, we're excited with these bags. The bazookas are brand new. Chaos has been out for a while, so they got a great reputation so far, and we're just going to see if the bazooka can match up to it. At the end, you're going to see us throw some bags, and like a lot of our dual bag videos, you're going to get to see me and Craig battle it out.
As far as breaking method, I know on the Chaos and the one bazookas, I did toss sauce, and on your bazookas...
Yep, did the standard white vinegar treatment. That's what I've done with all these swag bags so far.
Kind of seems like, at first the toss sauce breaks the bags in a little bit more. They're a little bit, more floppy feeling, I guess. But the white vinegar, the materials just feel super soft right after that bath.
Yeah, it's one thing I've noticed with the vinegar. It does it. I don't know if it fluffs the material or just helps, loosen it so much. But they always do feel like that, as soon as I'm done with them, and they're pretty much ready to go, though. So me personally, I don't think there's a big difference between the toss sauce and the vinegar.
All right, so let's get right into the baggage. I know me personally, I rated the Chaos a 3-bagger, and I rated the Bazooka a 3.5-bagger out of 4 bags. The only reason I did that is because I like the Chaos design, but it kind of looked a little faded to me. I don't know. It doesn't seem as vibrant as the bazookas were.
Yeah, that's slightly older design, so maybe they've had some improvements on their printers. I'm not sure. I'm with Craig on that. I love the design on the Chaos, but it doesn't pop. After it's been broken in and stuff, it just doesn't. You don't notice the print. It doesn't jump out at you. Bazookas are complete opposite. I love these. I give this one a 4. This one I give a 3.5, simply just because it has that banner in front of the bear. Kind of takes away the coolness of the bear. I love the bear's face on this one. It's, got that grunge look that I like.
And Swag Bag has all kinds of different designs on their website, too, for both of these series of bags. So, I'm sure you can go on there and find one that you really like. The Chaos is rated at a 5.9, and the Bazooka is rated at a 5.9.5. So, they both have the same hybrid carpets on them. The only difference would be the fast side. And for me, it was hard to tell a difference in the fast side. Maybe the Bazooka was a hair faster. I don't know. Did you notice anything?
I don't think I'm good enough to notice the difference between, a suggested, half a speed rating. They did both feel about the same speed as me. I feel like the Chaos, the fast side, when you're throwing the fast side, it just seems to land a little bit, flatter. That could be my throw and stuff, but it just seems like when it hits the board, it doesn't react as much to an off throw, I guess is what I'm looking to say here. But other than that, as far as, pushing bags, just sliding up, there's not that much of a difference in the speeds.
And I'm not really worried about the fast side too much. With this hybrid carpet, I primarily only throw the slow side down because It can do everything you want it to. It's fast enough to push also.
Yeah.
So I guess every once in a while you might flip it over and try to push something, but you're going to be primarily throwing that carpet the whole time. As far as bagmanship, again, these are swag bags. They're top-notch bagmanship. They have a pretty high closing seam there. All the other seams seem to be pretty well intact. Been playing with these bags a lot, and I don't see a whole lot of stretching or pulling. So they know what they're doing when they're sewing those bags up.
Yep. I really don't know what gets better than, the quality of these bags. Everything seems perfect. They're broken in now, no stress on the seams or anything yet. Not a lot of throws on them, but, they're fully broken in. And they're great bags. What you expect from a company like Swag Bags.
So now I know we already briefly talked about the materials. They do have the same slow side hybrid carpet. The fast sides are different, and I'm only going to give a little bit of a nod to the Chaos because I think these bazookas have some sort of a liner underneath them. It took a while to really get them broke in, so you got to be patient with them. I know his bags aren't as broken in as mine as far as the Bazooka, and it kind of is still a little stiff. The Chaos, I mean, right out the gate, that bag was fantastic.
Yeah, the Bazooka. I don't have my own Chaos, so I can't speak to that one. But the Bazooka, it's taken a while to break in. I feel like it's completely broken in, but there probably is still more to go on it. I had to throw these bags a lot for them to really get that broken in feel.
So as far as the template on them, I mean, they're the same. It's the same size template, so you really don't have to worry about that. The Chaos does seem a little bit thicker to me, a little bit more fuller, it seems a little bit floppier though, and I really think it's because of that liner for the Bazooka. And then as far as the fill on these, it's hard to feel much of a difference. I got it wrote down here. The Chaos uses their Pro Glide resin, but the Bazooka uses their Pro Glide 2.0 resin. So whatever the difference is with that, I know. Did you feel much of a difference with them?
No, I mean the beads feel slightly bigger in the Chaos. I think I could be wrong on that. They seem to react the same. I don't think that the fill is differentiating what these bags do very much.
Oh, I did it. Daddy, did you see it?
I did, good. I knocked mine off.
I did it again.
Yay.
Cost, I mean, they're both priced around the same. I believe it's $89.95. But if you look around Facebook and the internet, there's ambassadors out there that can give you, a 10% off code that you put into the website to get you 10% off. I don't know any of those codes off the top of my head, but like I said, if you look around, you can find them.
Totally worth the value, in my opinion, for a high-end carpet bag like this. I mean, this is the type of bag that, if it fits your throw style, you're going to break them in, you're going to play them forever. You're not going to want to give them up, and they're nowhere near the top of the market for this quality of a carpet bag. So, I think they're a great value.
And with that great value, these bags are very readily available. If you go on their website, there's multiple designs of each one, and they seem to always have some in stock.
Yeah, you're not getting any trouble getting these. They're constantly coming out with new designs, new prints. They're there. If you want them, get on their website and get them.
There's plenty of other options too if you don't like these designs. So let's get into the slide up on these bags. As far as forgiveness, I would say the Chaos is a tad bit more forgiving because, we think the beads are a little bit thicker in there. And, sometimes when that gets over to the hole, bigger the beads, the more tendency it's going to fall. With these being flatter and a little less floppy, I mean, you could throw them right at the hole. They're pretty darn forgiving too. I mean, they're going to go into it's the hybrid carpet. Also, you can't go wrong with that hybrid carpet.
One thing that I like about these bags a lot is because of how consistent the speed is when you're throwing your throw. Is when I need to set up a blocker, the Bazookas do great for me. I can usually get that first bag lead blocker put in position with these pretty consistently. So,
as far as some of the old other shots that this bag's capable of. It's a hole runner. You can block, like you said. Like I said, it does cut. If you don't know how to cut, you're not going to cut these bags. But like I said, if you do actually have a natural tilt to your shot, and once you see it hit, it is going to go that way, which is going to work out good for you, and you can play that. Now, as far as whole bodiness on them, I'd have to give the nod to the Chaos again on that. I just feel like it's going to find the bottom of the hole. It wants to live inside that hole just a little bit more than the Bazooka does.
Yeah, I would agree with that. It's probably, the more floppiness to it. You get it close to the hole, it's more likely to fall in. Again, with the carpet bags, at least for me personally, I struggle to make them, find the hole as well as some other bags simply because if my speed's not right and I just catch the edge of that, that carpet's going to grab that hole a little bit and just not fall in.
So here's our final thoughts on these bags. I actually rated, me personally, I gave them both a 3-bagger. I don't know. I think there's a purpose for both of them. It's swag bags. You got good quality. There is a little bit of a difference in them with the different resin. the thickness and then how these ones are a little bit more flat, I really think that it'd be a good idea to own both of these, especially if you like this template.
Yeah, for me, both of them also get a 3. I would like them a lot more if I was better at throwing a carpet bag, but they still get a high score because of the quality of them. They're a great overall bag. They're a great carpet bag, and they're a bag I like to throw when I know board conditions are going to change throughout, my playing session. If we start and it's daylight out and when I know I'm playing in the night, I'm just going to start off with a bag like this. That way I'm used to it because it's the quality of the carpet on this. It's not going to slow down too much in the humidity. It's going to slow down some. Everything's going to, but you can still go hole for hole even in humid conditions with these bags.
So we just want to end this review with it's okay to be average. Everybody's average at something. You may as well make a cornhole.